Okay, good morning, Port Discovery friends and fans of play, and welcome back to Pop-Up Playtime. I'm so excited to be back on live with you this week. My name is Miss Kayleen, and like I said, I'm so excited that you're here to play with us on Pop-Up Playtime. And this week at Port Discovery, we have yet another fun theme for you to check out and play with us. This week, we are talking all about the moon. Oh, isn't that fun? There's so much we can do with the moon, and we're going to do just a little bit of all of the cool things you could possibly think of to do activities surrounding the moon and learning about the moon. But today we're going to do a little bit of art, and we're going to do a little bit of science. So there's going to be something for everybody. All right, so we're going to go ahead and sing a song all about the moon. If you've been to the museum before, you've probably heard this one, but if not, we're going to sing it 2 times through. So all you need for this song are your clapping hands. We're going to do a little bit of, not clapping like this. You'll see, it's going to be pretty fun. We're going to do a little bit of clapping though, and we're going to use our beautiful singing voices. So all you need for today is yourself. So we're going to get ready to sing our song about the moon. This is called Zoom, Zoom, Zoom. We're going to the moon. If you know it, jump in with me the first time, and if you don't, jump in the second time. All right, ready? Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you'd like to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! Yay! All right, let's sing that one more time. Go ahead and jump in with me. We're gonna move our hands like this. We're gonna launch ourselves to the moon. Ready? Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you'd like to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! Yay! All right, friends, welcome to Pop-Up Playtime. Like I said, my name is Miss Kayleen, and this week we're talking all about the moon. Does anyone out there want to be an astronaut when they grow up? Or maybe another kind of space scientist? That's really exciting if you do. I'm not sure I could ever go to space. I'm a little afraid of heights, but I think it's really cool to learn about space while I'm down here on Earth, and I hope you do too. And we're going to talk a little bit about the moon today. Now, the moon is a really, really fun thing to talk about because for thousands of years, people all over the world have been fascinated by the moon. Can you imagine living a long time ago, before we have science labs and telescopes, and you look up in the sky and see something bright? You're probably going to wonder what that is. And a lot of people did wonder what that was. So for thousands of years, people have been making art and writing stories and singing songs all about the moon. And scientists have wanted to learn about the moon for thousands and hundreds of years. And now, when we live in 2021, we do know a lot about the moon. There's still some to discover out there, especially beyond the moon. But we do know a lot, and we're going to learn a little bit about what we know today. So, like I said, we're going to do a little bit of science and a little bit of art. So, go ahead and put on your science lab coat for me. A little pretend play. We're going to put on our science lab coat, and we are going to think about the moon. Now, if we're going to look up at the moon, we need a telescope, right? So I'm going to grab my telescope. It's in pieces. I guess assembly is required. But you know what, friends? Fear not, because this is a super easy telescope to make at home. All you need is a paper towel tube and a piece of construction paper, whatever color you would like. So what we're going to do is put the construction paper on our tube, and you're just going to wrap it around. I'm just going to roll it because I think that's kind of easier. And you want to make it so that it's not super loose, so it's going to fall off. And you don't want it to be too tight. What you want to do is make sure that you can move it around. So I'm going to roll this up again and show how I can move, and just move this way. I can move it back and forth. So once you have this, you just need a piece of tape. So I'm going to grab a piece of tape here. All right. And you don't want to tape the construction paper to the tube. You don't want to tape like this. You just want to tape across so that your construction paper is set. I'm going to do one more piece just to make sure it's nice and tidy and set there. All right, and look at that. We have a super easy telescope that you can look up at the moon and move it around. I can see all of you out there, and I can move my construction paper back and forth. So this is a really easy telescope to make at home. If you like this activity, maybe you can go online with a grown-up and look up other ways to make fancier telescopes, or even maybe look at getting a kit. But this is a really good way to have a quick and easy telescope at home. These are really fun for dramatic play. You can be a pirate on the ocean, or you can be a scientist looking up at the moon like us, or whatever you can imagine. Plus, if this breaks or you lose it, it's really easy to make a new one. So grab your telescope, whether you have one of these or whether you're just going to pretend with your fingers. Grab your telescope and look straight up at the moon. All right, good job, my friend. So we're going to talk a little bit about the moon today. And when we look up at the sky, you might notice that you can see different shapes of the moon. Have you ever looked up in the sky one night and the moon kind of looks like a crescent shape like this? But other times you might look up and you see a full moon. So what's happening? Does the moon change its shape? Well, no, it doesn't. The moon stays the same. So let's talk about why we see what we see. It's pretty cool. Did you know that the moon doesn't give off its own light? It's true. The light that we see just comes from the sun and it reflects off the moon. So let's use our fingers to explain this. If my fist here is the planet Earth and my fingertip is the moon, we know that the moon moves around the Earth, just like this. It takes about 28 days for the moon to move all the way around the Earth. And all that time, the sun is shining. So as the moon moves around the Earth, and the Earth is moving around the sun, kind of looks like this. If my body is the sun, it's a little hard to see, but if the moon and the Earth are moving around the sun like this, the sun is shining on the moon the whole time. And depending on where it is around the Earth, and depending on where the Earth is around the sun, we're going to see a different shape of the moon. And that's really cool. This kind of activity is really easy to visualize if you decide one person is going to be the Earth and one person is going to be the moon, and this person would walk around them in a circle like this. You can even add a third person as the sun, and the sun would stay in the middle and stay still. The moon would walk around the sun, the Earth would walk around the sun, and the moon would have to walk around the Earth really fast. So that's really fun to do if you can grab two friends or grown-ups. But that's why we see different shapes in the sky. It's really cool. And there are 8 phases of the moon. Did you know that tonight, if you look up at the moon, you will see a waning crescent? Waning crescent moon. Now what does that mean? Well, on Thursday it means there's going to be a new moon, and you might not see the moon in the sky. But isn't that fun? Why don't we count on our fingers, the 8 phases of the moon? Can you put up 8 fingers? You can do it this way, you can do it this way. I'm going to do it this way, I think. So we have 1, let's put up 1 finger, the new moon, when you can't see the moon in the sky. Then you have the waxing crescent. It's getting a little bit bigger, is what waxing means. Start to see that C shape. Then you have first quarter, put up 3 fingers. Your 4th finger is the waxing gibbous, so it's getting even bigger. And then 5th finger is the full moon. The full moon is really special, and there's a lot of art and stories about the full moon. And then going back down as it gets smaller again, 6th finger is the waning gibbous. 7th finger is the 3rd quarter, and then finally the waning gibbous, where we are now. I'm sorry, waning crescent. Waning crescent is where we are now. So that's a little bit of science for today. Like I said, you can make this telescope really easily. It's super fun. Plus, you can decorate it if you have stickers or markers or whatever you want to put on it, glitter maybe. But I'm going to put my telescope down, and I'm going to take off my science coat, because I said we were going to do a little bit of art too. So I'm going to put on my art hat. You can put on an art hat too. What color is your art hat? I think my art hat is pink. All right, friends. So we've done a little bit of science, and we're going to do a little bit of art. Like I said, people have been inspired to make art about the moon for so long. We have stories about where the moon might come from, and they're not scientific, but they're really fun to read and imagine, well, what could the moon be? There's mythology, so lots of stories from long, long ago about the moon influencing what we do here on Earth. That's kind of fun to think about. There's paintings and music and plays all about the moon, or sometimes the moon is a character. So the moon has inspired lots and lots of art. And one thing we're going to do is we're going to go to a poem. Have you ever read a poem before? Poems are really fun to read. A lot of times they rhyme, sometimes they make us think, sometimes they're really, really silly. But I picked out a poem just for you all about the moon. This is called, this is a poem by Amy Lowell, and it's about the moon, and it's told from the point of view of a kid, just like you. So we're going to listen to this poem, and then we're going to play a game. So listen carefully, because it's going to help you in the game. Ready? Slipping softly through the sky, little horned, happy moon, can you hear me up so high? Will you come down soon? On my nursery windowsill, will you stay your steady flight, and then float away with me through the summer night? Oh, we're going to take a trip with the moon. Brushing over tops of trees, playing hide and seek with stars, peering up through shiny clouds at Jupiter and Mars. I shall fill my lap with roses gathered in the Milky Way, all to carry home to Mother. Oh, what will she say? Little rocking, sailing moon, do you hear me shout? Ahoy! Just a little nearer, moon, to please a little boy. All right, so that was a really cool poem. And I said that some poems rhyme. Did you hear some rhymes in this one? Let's look at it again, just for the rhymes. Sky and high, those rhyme. Moon and soon rhyme. Flight, night, those sound right. Another rhyme. Stars and Mars, way and say, ahoy and boy. So, lots of poems have these fun rhymes. And what we're going to do now is play a rhyming game. All right, so what you can do for this is put your guesses in the comments if you want to play along, whether you're watching live or on the replay. And what we're going to do, I'm going to give you 4 rounds. And I'm going to give you 2 words each round. And your job is to figure out which of those 2 words rhyme with the word moon. All right? So go ahead and think about the word moon, moon, moon in your head. And we're going to start round 1. Remember, your job is to guess which of these 2 words rhyme with moon. All right? So does moon rhyme with the word room? So we have room on one hand, or noon. Let me just move this side. Room or noon? Which one rhymes with moon? You can kind of talk them out loud, think about it. Which one rhymes with moon? Room or noon? All right, if you guess the word noon, you're correct. This one's a little bit easier. Noon over room, because they both end with N, moon and noon. All right, good job. Let's go to round 2. Now this one isn't spelled the same way, so you're going to have to really listen carefully. We have June and July. All right, which one rhymes with moon? June or July? 2 months of the year, June and July, but which one rhymes with moon? You think about it? If you guessed June, you're right. June and moon rhyme. All right, you're doing a great job, everybody. We have 2 more rounds. These are a little bit longer words. It's going to get a little bit harder, but I know you can do it. So, we've got, remember, rhyming with moon. Our next words are jewel, jewel, like a shiny jewel, or balloon, like a balloon you might get at a carnival or at a birthday party. We've got balloon and jewel. Now, which one rhymes with moon? Think about it. You can say them out loud. I'll say it one more time so you can hear. Does moon rhyme with jewel, or does moon rhyme with balloon? Moon, jewel, moon, balloon. Moon balloon is right. Moon rhymes with balloon. All right, friends, we have one more round of our game, our rhyming guessing game. So remember, you're figuring out which word rhymes with moon. We only have 2 more words left, our last round. We have the word teaspoon, and we have the word vacuum. So teaspoon you might have seen in the kitchen if you like to help bake or cook, and vacuum you probably also have in your house to clean up. So which of these household items rhymes with the word moon? Is it vacuum, or is it teaspoon? Let's see, moon vacuum, moon teaspoon. Moon vacuum, moon teaspoon. Take your guess. If you said teaspoon, you are correct. Yay! All right, my friends, thanks for joining us for Pop-Up Playtime today. I had so much fun with you doing a little bit of science and a little bit of art. And my play challenge for you is to create your own telescope, whether it looks like this or whether you find another way to make a telescope, and to see if how many words you can come up with that rhyme with the word moon. There are so many more, or you can choose another word you like and see how many words you can rhyme with it. Like I said, friends, thank you so much for joining us for Pop-Up Playtime today. And as always, make sure you stay tuned here at Port Discovery's Facebook page and on our website for lots more fun coming your way. And I will see you soon. Bye, friends!